Hey everybody, I'm your Daily Dose, and welcome to the first episode of Dose Talks. Today, this podcast will be brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is a podcast distributor that will be taking you down to different platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everything else you could probably find it under the sun. Anchor was nice enough to pretty much basically distribute the podcast, and all the social links will be down in the description below. And damn! Yeah, so for those who are fans of the Your Daily Podcast, I basically decided to branch out and bring into my own show for once, and without a guest, like co-host, basically. I decided to abandon that idea because usually when I bring in co-hosts, they just don't work. They just don't work out for me. Regardless, today I wasn't even planning on bringing a guest for this first episode, but hey, we have one with my boss and YouTuber.
If you weren't going to do this, then why ask me? What's wrong with you?
With my first guest here, Sacred or SacredAlmighty.
Hello, hi, how y'all doing? What's good? How you doing, dog? Good morning or good afternoon. I don't know what time is it for you, but
as people know him on YouTube, I don't like the term that people call him, fucking Pokemon tuber. I saw that today in your Discord. That was fucking odd. I don't know why someone called you that. I thought you were gonna fucking crucify them.
I mean, it's the biggest platform. It makes sense.
So recently you've been doing a lot of shit on the main channel. Almost at second, my bad. The main channel, Sacred. What's your ideas and plans for that channel?
Just branch out. Just keep going. Keep as much variety as going. Just be as fun as possible. Have fun, as much fun as possible, and just build a whole new community. Really.
So on a different account you have on Twitter, I think you talked about it before. You were talking about your thoughts with the SacredAlmighty channel. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
It's frustrating only because I feel like I'm trapped in a bubble. But obviously, in due time, that bubble will pop, and then I'll be as free and relieved of that as I need to be, as I feel I should be, rather.
That's good to hear. For like any huge projects other than just variety that you're bringing into Sacred, do you think any other type of series? Because I saw you did the RE8 games. Are you looking to do something similar like that on the Sacred channel, or just going to be mostly variety?
Of course. I mean, diving into some of the stuff that I've already done, because there's definitely more games in those franchises. But just keeping up with what's new. Keeping up with whatever I want to do. I want to get into my reaction bag for a minute, and just start doing stuff. Just have fun, really.
That's good to hear. For other what do you think of doing outside of YouTube? I know you've been grinding on the Twitch. You know, I've seen you always streaming. What else do you want to do outside of YouTube and Twitch? What are you looking at in the grand horizon, the grand scheme of things?
I wanna get my own merch popping off. Like actually have my own merchandise, not use like a third party middleman website. But then I also kind of want to make a stream team.
So like one of those teams that for what he's talked about is basically Twitch has this new team feature that
not that. No, not that. No, like an actual organization.
Oh, like a network basically.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Is that, I can actually see that being very successful. A lot of people have been doing that recently. People like AMP, Offline TV, and other groups, like 100 Thieves. I could probably see that, yeah, that's a pretty good
There's
idea.
A lot of money in that, for sure. And plus, I'd much rather, I don't know, I feel like my time in the space, I've definitely seen a lot of like people come and go, but then I've also seen a lot of people with like potential, but not like the same amount of eyes on them as like they would like. And I would like, because talent is talent, but like it doesn't get shown off every so on. So it's like, okay, I kind of want to push that and like help them and propel them up, and then obviously propel myself up and just keep it in the family for sure.
Do you have any well, I have a question. So, basically, have you been hit up by any type of deals before? What's the most weirdest fucking thing you've ever been offered to promote?
It's so weird. I'm a Pokemon channel, and somebody offered to send me a fleshlight.
What the fuck?
To review,
What the hell?
To review. I'm like, what?
How much was it? Just the fleshlight itself? Was there money involved?
It was a free fleshlight review.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Back when I was doing my old podcast, I was offered a whole deal with Blue Chew.
Bro.
That was fucking weird. And at the
Blue
time,
Chew is everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it is. I've been seeing a lot more. I'm like, what the hell?
Blue Chew is everywhere. That stuff is terrifying.
Hey,
and
man,
how many people can't get it up, bruh?
Yo, some niggas need it, bro. It'd be like
if
that.
y'all just drink water and worked out, I promise you'd be fine.
Another idea that I've heard you talk about is so let's say the Sacred Channel did pop off and go off. So you're completely gonna retire the SacredAlmighty.
It's so weird because how YouTube works, either that channel blows up and it revives the SacredAlmighty channel, or it either just blows up and then there's no reason to be on the Sacred Channel. It's either or at this point.
I see. Let's say when the Sacred Channel finally reaches its its maximum capacity where it keeps going up and up. Mm-hmm. Would you want to bring back the Sacred Channel at all? Like SacredAlmighty?
I mean, I would, only because it's another source of income. That audience is still there.
I see.
And plus, it's Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pokemon is like the biggest thing on the planet. It's just I feel like I'd be able to do a lot more in Pokemon, like besides what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
because that'd be free.
Yeah. No, that's good. At least, that fan base over there won't just like completely die out. At least most of them are actually coming over to the Sacred Channel. I've been seeing that a lot recently,
which is what I need to happen.
Another thing, and I know. I know sometimes talking about Pokemon can be a little annoying, but what are your thoughts on Pokemon Unite? You've been doing a few videos on it.
That shit is fun, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is fun. It's fun, but it's like weird because it's fun, but I don't see it lasting long, if that makes any sense.
Lasting long? Like, you don't see it lasting long how?
Like 6 or 7 months in.
Ah. Do you think it'll be a shutdown like most of the Pokemon... Not Pokemon Masters, what am I thinking of? What was that one Pokemon game on the phone? I don't remember, but there was a Pokemon game on the phone that didn't even last a few years. It just got shut down immediately. Do you think that might be the same? Yeah, Duel.
Nah, Duel was a different type of beast, and they took away the whole gacha aspect of it. They basically killed their own game. That was their fault. But I think Unite is going to be one of those things where I feel like a lot of people are excited for Unite because we have nothing on the main games coming out. And so when the main games come out, that's when that game will slowly just surely burn out and stuff like that.
How are you feeling about the recent screenshots on is it Arceus?
They look cool. The Diamond and Pearl screenshots, it looks okay. It's not. Everybody's like, oh, it's this big graphical improvement. I'm like, dog, y'all really settle for anything, bro.
You think people are still kind of in a salty wound after the fiasco that was Sword and Shield?
I think people are done with Pokemon. They're just sticking around because they're holding on to hope. A lot of people are burnt out. And they don't want to admit it, and they don't know they're burnt out. If everything Pokemon does and you just don't like it, dog, it's like, dog, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Another question that I was actually thinking of before I even started recording. What is your favorite Pokemon fan game? You've done a shit ton of them on the channel, but what is one that genuinely stood out to you?
Sage.
Sage?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
I love the fake mon in it.
Oh yeah, because most fan games have custom made mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some of them look like real Pokemon, so I'm like, that's my favorite one.
Oh shit, for real? All right, mm-hmm. I gotta peep that. Because when I was doing your series for the uranium, I like that little color scheme they were going for since of the radioactive.
Yeah, I do too. I like that too.
Another question, actually, I was gonna tweet out, but I didn't do it due to I was gonna tweet out maybe any questions for Sacred, but I didn't do it. But I do have one question.
Okay.
How do you feel? And this is leading up to what the video I did for you with the fan game. How did you feel about the fan game community attacking you heavy? Like
I mean,
heavy.
it's kind of weird because I honestly, the community would not be as big if it wasn't for like me and a select few people anyway. And it's kind of just like I'm voicing a concern that's like that exists in your player base, and people have often complained about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just kind of weird to like see them like kind of switch, and it's like, oh, we don't like you anymore. It's like, okay, cool, fuck you. I'ma just keep making money off your free labor if you want to be a dickhead about it.
So I saw that the video actually, there were some issues with the video.
It got mass reported, and they took it down, and then I got it back in like a couple hours.
Yeah, when we were actually setting up, for those who don't know, I edited for some of the SacredAlmighty videos. So, what's it called? I think it was a different video where you did something in it that would have, let's say those type of people watched it again. I kind of DM'd you about it in fear. I'm like, I don't know if I should include it because those motherfuckers might try to take down that video.
Now I don't think though, like, it's kind of weird because the ROM hackers are so different than the fan game guys.
In a way where they're fine with it since they are using a ROM hack and it's not like their own property. Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought your video explaining it would be a lot more, reasonable. And you're also a content creator, so I don't think they see it in the way you do. They aren't putting themselves in your shoes, which is kind of odd because that was the whole point you were trying to make. Put yourself in my shoes, looking like when trying to create content creation, I'm just not going to fucking grind all that much.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And I mean, you know, people that play Pokemon fan games, they're not dumbass little kids playing Pokemon fan games. They're grown-ass people looking for something different, you know? And you making them grind is like, dog, excuse me? When the original damn thing doesn't let you grind? Or doesn't need you to grind? I don't know, dude. People are weirdos.
Wait, so when you said level cap, I don't play Pokemon like that. What did you mean by that? Like,
there's a level cap. Every gym has so mostly every new fan game has a level cap, and then we're like, you can't get past this until you beat the gym leader.
Oh, is this like to prevent over leveling?
Yes.
Gyms? That's fucking stupid. Holy shit.
No, I mean, it works. It's just when you give people options of like, oh, you get all the bad Pokemon, and then you give people like a level cap, and then like you literally give nobody like no experience shares or no lucky eggs. It's like, dog, I'm not playing this bullshit.
See, yeah. I was surprised that video got mass reported. I understood the hate comments. I found a few when I was editing the response video, but the fact that it got mass reported was fucking insane.
People hate, bro. People hate. They hate in different ways. The problem with them is they don't know I got it.
True. Hey, man. The more hate they give, the more views run in.
Right, exactly.
They're just big, making your pockets bigger.
Exactly.
So for Twitch, what do you think you're gonna bring into Twitch? I know you've been doing reactions, and I know the chat discussions and a little bit of games. What do you think you want to bring into Twitch for the future?
I don't know. It's kind of weird because I always find myself at odds with like, what do I want to introduce to the channel? What do I not want to introduce to the channel? What do I want to save for the Twitch? What do I not want to save for the Twitch? Like, what do I want to do that's going to separate the Twitch from the Sacred channel? Because the Sacred channel is variety. And it's just like, you can do whatever you want on that bitch, right? But I don't want to sit here and damn near kill the Twitch. So it's like, it's just trying to find what games fit what, you know?
Yeah. Another question that I had in my little notebook right here was, so for basically you've introduced a new, not a system, more like an announcement. This is actually how we met. You sent me your notebook about it. How do you feel that plan is going out so far? The Creators Hub, the Entourage, and all the. This is all in this Discord, by the way. It'll be linked below if you guys want to check that out. Please join it. It's a good time.
I mean, it's doing well. I mean, when I need editors, we have editors. That's about it. I mean, it's so weird how like nobody's like hit me up on the side and we haven't done anything yet. But then a lot of them are also like people in like college and high school. Some of them just graduated. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they gotta like get their shit together before we get in the YouTube mode. But people forget it's the summertime.
Yeah. That's why I kind of for my full-time editing, I basically abandoned my job and I decided to push it through and just make sure that I can actually turn this into a stable career. And it low key, it can be stressful. I can see the implications in trying to turn a career like a small career into a big career. And if you don't have a foundation, it's kind of fucking hard.
Well, I think that's what I'm trying to do with the Sacred channel. Like just the channels in general is just build another foundation. Because the Pokemon guys are so difficult. They don't, it's so weird. Like, hey, I'll do other stuff over here, come through. Then you realize how different we are outside of Pokemon. And so now it's like, I don't want to come over here. And it's like, damn, okay, that's fine. I have to replace you now. And people hear that and they're like, they hear like a negative connotation to it, but it's like, no, that's the truth.
I see.
If you're not gonna come over to the other account or whatever, I appreciate the support on the Pokemon channel, but as far as building like an actual outside foundation and outside platform, I don't need you right now.
That's understandable, yeah. It feels weird whenever I see the comments because I always check the comments of the videos I edit, so kind of as in like I hope they fucking like it, because if they don't, it just hits my head hard. But I'd be checking them, and some of them comments, especially on your videos where you start talking about yourself, and it's like those Space Cam videos, now Pokemon related. Some of those like fans,
mean as hell.
Yeah, quote unquote fans feel entitled, very entitled.
Mikey was saying you attack your fans. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, no, I don't. I attack people who don't respect. It's so weird. I attack people that don't respect me. It all is just one of those things where it's like I don't like disrespect at all. I feel like just because I'm a content creator and I make free content on the internet does not give you the right to like be a dickhead towards me and like what I'm trying to do. If it's not what you don't like, then by all means go ahead. And if it's not what you want to see, unsubscribe. If it's not what you want to do, you can leave. You have the options to leave. But no, you chose the time to take your 10, 15 minutes, write a big lengthy ass paragraph about how dick of a content creator I am. And I said, okay, cool, die.
Yeah, that's understandable. That shit probably gets annoying after the 500th comment saying, dude, you're a shitty content creator.
And it's like, all right, cool, whatever. So at this point, I stopped looking at everything, bro.
I see. Like, even, even Twitch trolls too, I'm assuming, right?
So I stopped looking, I hide Twitch viewership. I literally schedule every tweet to promote the videos and whatnot. I don't check comments no more. I don't check views no more. I don't check anything no more. Social media, I literally am on Instagram and TikTok. That's all.
Understandable, yeah. Another little thing was, alright, so for this little network plan, actually we can move that later. We can move that to the end of the segment. What advice do you have for those who basically not struggling, but are in not a creative drought, more like what advice do you have for those who are rising up?
What does that mean? What?
More in a sense of what advice do you have for those like trying to be aspiring YouTubers and are actually getting there?
Keep going.
That are actually getting there, like they're on their way there, but they're having these mental blocks and they don't know how to push forward.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were telling me to keep going.
No, dummy.
I'm fucking stupid.
Man. No, like just keep going. I mean, I feel like a lot of people overthink. Some people think more than they do, and that's what holds them back.
That's true.
You do a lot of time thinking, you end up wasting like months and stuff, and the next thing you know, boom,
It's too late.
you already your time is already passed. Like, do it.
Another thing is, okay, so let's bring up a hypothetical.
Okay.
All right. So let's think of a person who, what are your thoughts on a person who basically, okay, so let's imagine someone asking for advice on anything. It can be content creation, thumbnail making, titling, etc. What would your advice be, or what would you tell them to chill on if they were asking for advice, but whenever they get the advice, they be a little bit critical and they act kind of snappy?
I mean, people don't like hearing what they don't like to hear. You know, people want to be validated. They want their feelings to be validated. They want their thoughts to be validated. So sometimes just being as brutally honest as possible and kind of just being like, I understand you feel this way. I don't care. This is what it is. Here you go.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, now let me get on to the network part. So, for this somewhat of a network you're thinking of, what would you mainly want to separate into for maybe YouTube wise? Mainly variety? So, for this network thing, would you want YouTube to be a main variety, or would you want people to stick to their, to their sticks and grow upon each other?
The latter.
The latter?
Mm-hmm.
All right. For the Twitch side, basically the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you hoping for this 2021? What's like a roadmap for you right now?
I don't know. I'm just doing. I'm just doing as I go.
That's cool. That's understandable. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I always seem to see like people who plan shit that shit never goes their way.
Exactly.
Like I always see motherfuckers saying, "Yeah, I planned this and that," and then they start having panic attacks when something just goes wrong. I think that like more people who go with the flow are probably gonna have a better time understanding things and getting through it.
I mean, I guess I always like having plans. It's just I understand that like what it is that we're going for is like something that's like very inconsistent and very uncertain. So, you'll have your good months, you have your bad months, but at the end of the day, you'll have a month. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, all right, what am I gonna do next? You do.
You just do it.
Yeah. Optimize your videos, optimize what you gotta do, and just do it.
Now it's gonna be a weird one, because I know you probably didn't come prepared. Do you have anybody on your mind you think you want to like, how should I say this? More like, do you see anybody with potential right now?
I thought you were gonna ask, did I have anybody to work with?
Oh no! What the? I meant to say, do you see anybody on the YouTube land space or Twitter space that you've been looking at following that has the potential to bring in that blow up?
Everybody that I kind of look at now has already had their own little wave in that regard. So like, not really, you know. Mm-hmm. Like they got like, their own thing going on, so it makes sense. I think that's everybody's like just doing what they're supposed to do, and they move on as they go.
All right, yeah. So you recently went to Atlanta? Is that
Mm-hmm.
Is that the area? I might be wrong. You went on a trip recently. How did that make you feel? Like, what did you learn from there? I know it was like mostly a hangout, but did you come back with anything mind wise or like inspiring wise?
No, not really. It's just let's get to work.
It was it like a long needed vacation?
Just to get out the house, really. I wouldn't call it a vacation.
Oh, all right. I usually see people would assume that, like, I saw a few times in the comments, people were like, oh, he went on vacation, or on Twitter. So I was, like, assuming, it's probably what he meant it as. Okay, so for this final part, All right, let me pull out my notes real quick. Oh,
Your
right.
what?
My notes. What?
It
What?
sounded like
What
you
happened?
said nuts. It sounded like you
What
said
the
nuts.
hell is wrong with you? I would never say that. What is wrong with you? Anyways, like I was saying, my notes, not nuts. So let's say you, what would I know this is something you probably don't want to think about. What happens if the Sacred channel doesn't go up?
Well, I'ma just, I don't know, go ham on the Twitch and just keep doing the Pokemon stuff.
That's understandable, yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, it's steadily growing. I mean, shit, that Nacho video did pretty well. People seem to give it a good reception, so I don't think it's falling anytime soon. Maybe it's not going as fast as most people would. Oh, that's also something I wanted to question you about. How do you, what's a mentality? This is a mentality I hate, but I know some people have it because I had it too for a bit. How do you feel? What do you think is a good way to counter the mentality of like the deserving mentality? I deserve this and that. An example. Let me give an example. Sorry.
I don't think.
Give example.
I don't think anybody deserves anything.
Oh, all right.
I think what you get is what you worked for. What you get is what you get, and that's it.
Because a lot of people, when they put in a bunch of effort in something and they don't get anything from it, they seem to kind of get in a bad mood about it. And I understand failure is just horrible to people.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that too. What is a way to counter that? Because a lot of people go through it on the internet too. When they see something flop that they put a lot of time in, they get upset. It happens.
We just live in a time where people are scared of failure, and it makes perfect sense, you know.
Yeah. All right. So last thing before we end this off, I kept saying in the fucking trailer it was gonna be probably around 1 hour. I'm a fucking liar. I wanted to keep it short. I know motherfuckers don't want to listen to a fucking hour. Some bitches impatient as hell. Now, last thing. What's your plan for being? I already asked what your plan for the future is, but let's say everything goes well. What else do you want to venture in, not outside of YouTube and Twitch and everything else, personal life?
Real estate.
Real estate?
I want to own some land. I want to have income coming in that's not from ads and not from viewership, subscription stuff. I basically wanted to make it to where, like, I don't need the support anymore.
Just in case one day you do lose.
No, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, it depends on.
YouTube can go down.
Yeah, YouTube can go down here as a channel. Sometimes, you know, you just get too old for this stuff. You can't keep up at the time. Sometimes you lose inspiration and stuff like that. Like, there's multiple factors to when, like, it's time for you to bow out. But the problem with bowing out is, like, a lot of people don't use their money wisely, and so they buy these, like, expensive houses, but they don't have, like, other businesses lined up. What I want to do is I want to take the money that like I raise and, like, buy land, multiple places, rent out places, low income places as well. I want to, like, have money coming in.
See, yeah.
And I want to give people a place to stay and shit. I want to, like, you know, give my mom and, like, you know, her people's whatever business that they want to do or whatever, like that. I want to do that. I want to open up businesses.
All right. Yeah. Most people actually don't usually have an answer for what they want to do outside. They only look in the YouTube space and not really outside. That it was kind of reassuring to know that you do have some thoughts and plans. That's good to know. A lot of people I talked to before, like, have told me, I don't really know what I want to do. I might just continue YouTube. And I think to myself, that's a good idea. There's gonna be a day where the site just fucking dies, and it's gonna fuck like a lot of people are gonna be lost. All right, well, wow, okay, we reached 30 minutes. This is the first episode of Dose Talks. Thank you, Sacred, for coming on.
Of course,
I
Don.
appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Of course.
Also, make sure that everyone check out our we're powered by Anchor. Make sure to check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. All links will be down in the description. Sacred, do you want anything to promote?
I mean, SacredAlmighty, Sacred on YouTube, SacredAlmighty on Twitch, SacredAlmighty.com. Go sign up. That's about it.
All right,
shit!
everyone.
Check out the Royal Roundtable podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the podcast. Yeah, check out the podcast. Shit's funny. All right, thank you everyone, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Bye.